The locked train car. The train does not move. It hasn't moved for so long that motion itself feels like a memory, borrowed from another life. Inside the sealed wooden freight car, the air has turned heavy and sour, layered with sweat, old fear, and the sharp sting of urine soaked into the floorboards. Every breath scratches the throat. Every breath feels earned. 40-something women sit pressed together in the dark, knees drawn up, coats wrapped tight, not against cold, but against the slow erosion of dignity. Bodies touch constantly, shoulders, backs, hair, yet each woman feels unbearably alone inside her own skin. Anna Weiss leans her forehead against the wall. The wood is damp, rough, alive with splinters. A nail head catches her hair and tugs, but she does not move. Pain requires energy, and energy is something she no longer has. Her stomach contracts in a slow, brutal rhythm. Hunger has passed beyond sharpness. It is no longer a knife. It is a weight, a presence, a fog that fills her chest and makes thinking difficult. Someone coughs nearby. The sound is dry, tearing like fabric ripping in half. Is it night? A voice whispers. No. Another answers after a pause. It's always night in here. They have been locked inside this train car for 12 days. 12 days since the doors slammed shut with the sound of finality. 12 days since the guards shouted and shoved and sealed them in, as if storing broken furniture rather than human beings. At first there had been hope. Morning would come. Someone would open the doors. Now hope lies on the floor beside Greta, whose lips are cracked white, whose chest rises too slowly. Anna watches her breathe, counting without meaning to, terrified of the moment the count will stop. Somewhere far away, a train whistle cries. It sounds like morning. Anna closes her eyes. She thinks of bread, what they were told. Before the train, before the darkness and the hunger, there were words. "You are being transferred," the officer said. His uniform was creased, his voice flat, as if he were discussing cargo. "You will behave with dignity." Dignity. The word followed them like a ghost. They had been captured in the final unraveling of the war, when Germany was collapsing inward on itself. The women were not soldiers, radio operators, clerks, nurses, factory workers, but the uniforms they wore had made them enemies all the same. The war did not care for nuance anymore. Propaganda had prepared them carefully. Anna remembers the posters. American soldiers drawn like beasts, wide mouths twisted into grins, hands always reaching. In cellars and shelters, stories passed from mouth to mouth, women dragged away, stripped, violated. Fear was rehearsed until it felt inevitable. "They will humiliate us," Greta had whispered the night before capture. That is what they do. So when the guards pushed them into the train car and slammed the door shut, fear did not surprise them. It almost comforted them. Fear meant the world still made sense. The first day they rationed hope. They shared stories of home, of kitchens and gardens, of normal things. Someone said the train would stop by morning. By the second day, thirst arrived like fire. One canteen was passed from hand to trembling hand. No one spoke when it ran dry. By the fourth day, the smell inside the car changed. Sweat turned sour. Shame seeped into the cracks of the floor. A woman bled and cried without sound, pressing cloth between her legs, apologizing for something she could not control. By the seventh day, hunger began to hollow them out. By the ninth, prayer felt useless. Anna stops counting days after that. Time has lost its shape. There is only darkness, breath, and the growing certainty that no one knows they are here, or that no one is coming. The door opens. The sound comes without warning. Metal scraping against metal, a violent, unfamiliar noise that slices through the darkness like a blade. Several women cry out. Others flinch so hard their muscles cramp. Light explodes into the train car. It is blinding, white, merciless. Anna throws her arm over her eyes, her skin burning where sunlight touches it. Someone retches immediately. The sudden brightness and movement overwhelming. A body that has lived too long in stillness. Voices follow the light, foreign voices, sharp-edged, alive. The door slides fully open and silhouettes appear. Men in unfamiliar uniforms, helmets, faces framed by daylight. American soldiers. Anna's first coherent thought is disbelief. They are not shouting. One of them swears softly. Another sucks in a breath and says something she does not understand. His voice low, shaken. "My God," someone mutters in English. They're women. Hands reach into the car. Not grabbing, not violent, careful, almost hesitant. Anna tries to stand. Her legs betray her instantly. The world tilts. and she would have fallen back into darkness if a pair of arms had not caught her. The soldier smells of dust and oil and something else. Soap. Real soap. Her body begins to shake uncontrollably. Tears come without warning, hot and endless, sliding down her face as she presses it into the rough fabric of his jacket. She does not apologize. She cannot stop. They lift the women out one by one, laying them on grass so green it feels unreal. Grass. Anna reaches down with trembling fingers and touches it, half expecting it to vanish. Food appears, crackers, tins, chocolate wrapped in paper. A medic kneels, speaking slowly, gently. "Easy," he says, "slow." Some women clutch the food like sacred objects. Others stare at it in terror, convinced it must be a trick. Greta tries to speak. Her mouth opens. She collapses. Anna watches, heart pounding as Americans rush to her side. This is the first shock. Not cruelty, kindness. Food, dignity, and the cracks in belief. The days that follow do not arrive with drama. They arrive quietly, almost gently, which makes them more unsettling than violence ever could. Food comes first. Not once, not as a test, but regularly, predictably. Soup steaming and fragrant, carried in metal containers. Bread sliced thick, its crust unbroken, its inside soft enough to tear with fingers that still tremble. Butter wrapped in clean paper. Coffee that smells bitter and alive. Anna eats slowly, forcing herself to chew, afraid that if she rushes, the food will punish her. Around her, some women cry as they swallow. Others cannot stop eating, their hands moving faster than their minds, as if afraid the meal might vanish mid-bite. One woman hides bread beneath her pillow, her eyes darting with shame. "My mother hasn't eaten like this in months," someone whispers. The words fall heavy between them. Then comes the soap. It is placed into Anna's hand without ceremony. Thick, white, solid. It smells faintly of flowers, something gentle, something absurdly out of place after filth and decay. She stares at it for a long moment, unsure what to do, as if it might dissolve if she breathes too hard. In the showers, dirt peels away from her skin in dark rivers. She watches it disappear down the drain, as if parts of the train car are leaving her body. When she steps out, wrapped in a clean towel, she feels exposed, unarmored. Clean clothes follow, not rags, not humiliating replacements, actual garments folded carefully. "They want us clean," a woman whispers that night. "Why?" No one answers. Through the fence, America reveals itself slowly. Intact houses, children laughing, cars moving freely down roads untouched by war. At night, Anna writes in her diary, her handwriting still uneven. "If they were cruel," she writes, "I would know how to endure it." Her hands tremble as she closes the book. This is harder. When kindness becomes a weapon. The kindness does not stop. That is what unsettles them most. Days pass, marked not by fear but by routine. Meals arrive on time. Medical checks are gentle. The guards speak calmly, sometimes awkwardly, as if unsure how to look at women who were supposed to be enemies. No one shouts. No one strikes. No one demands gratitude. At night, this kindness presses down on Anna's chest harder than hunger ever did. Letters arrive from home. Thin paper, crooked handwriting, words that smell faintly of smoke and despair. "My city is gone," one letter says. "We sleep in cellars now. We boil water and pretend it is soup. Your sister did not survive the winter." The women read in silence, shoulders hunched, eyes hollow. The contrast is unbearable. Here, there is food left on plates. There, people scrape the bottom of empty pots. Guilt seeps in quietly, like cold through cracked walls. "Why are we fed?" Someone whispers. "What did we do to deserve this?" No one answers because the question has no safe response. At night, the women argue softly, their voices barely audible beneath the hum of the camp. "We were lied to," one says bitterly. "No," another replies. "We wanted to believe it." Anna lies awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying the posters, the speeches, the certainty she once felt. If the enemy is humane, then what does that make everything she believed? She looks at her hands, clean, steady, alive. Shame burns hotter than starvation ever did. The war is not over inside them. It has simply changed shape. Anna writes again, her pen hesitating. "They are defeating us without violence," she writes. "They are showing us the truth." She closes the diary and presses it to her chest, as if it might protect her from what she is becoming. Because if kindness is real, then lies must also be real. And that realization is more dangerous than any prison. The announcement comes quietly. There is no dramatic assembly, no speeches. Just a simple statement delivered in careful German. They will be moved again. Soon. Repatriation, processing, the future spoken of in vague, administrative words. No one cheers. The women exchange glances instead, uncertain, heavy, exhausted. Freedom, once imagined as a door flung open, now feels complicated. What waits beyond the fence is not a victory, but a reckoning. That night, Anna sits on her bunk and opens her diary one last time. The paper is creased now, softened by use. Her hand no longer trembles as much. I survived the train, she writes. But the train will survive in me. She remembers the darkness, the smell, the way hunger erased time. She remembers Greta's shallow breathing, the counting, the fear of silence. Those memories feel carved into her bones. But there are others now. The weight of soap in her hand. The taste of bread that did not need to be rationed. The sound of an American medic saying her name slowly, carefully, as if it mattered. She closes the diary and ties it with a piece of string. When they are let out the next morning, the sun is low and pale. Anna pauses at the edge of the path and looks back once, knowing she will never allow herself to look back again. She does not see guards. She sees grass, light, hands opening a door. She understands something then, something that will haunt her long after the war ends. Cruelty breaks the body, but unexpected humanity breaks the lies, and that truth once seen can never be starved away.